Hey and hello, hang on, I'll move that a bit closer. Hey and hello there, welcome everyone back to the Strike Streams, the late Friday edition. I'm sorry, I'll explain why I'm a couple of minutes late in a sec, although I did put a message in the chat, so let me know if you can see me, well not see me, but let me know if you can see the game, like this, boop boop, and let me know if you can hear me. But how are we all doing? Happy Friday, good to see you. I'm still kind of half getting things ready, so let me know, but, okay. Oh, but I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all good, and yeah, we'll kind of, hang on, there we go, excuse me, and we'll kind of get into things. So, I hope we're all doing well. Happy Friday. I hope you've had a good week. This is the end of, like, kind of the first full week of the year. Like, if you've been back to school or back to work, today's the end of it. If you are done with school or work or whatever, then, like, yay, well done. Welcome to the weekend. And if you've still got a few hours left, then I hope your last few hours are okay. And what are you doing watching my stream? Get back to work. No. But no, here we go. If you guys want to play... there are a couple of things that you need to do, because yeah, I do apologize that I'm late, so we'll kind of just get into things today, and I'll say hi to people in a second, okay? But could you please click like on the video? I know I was late, but that's no excuse. No, I know, well, it would be an excuse, but please don't let it be an excuse. Please click like on the video if you haven't already. It really does help me out so much. I really would like to get that 3,000 by the end of the month. I haven't really been able to push for it recently because it's kind of innocuous talking about things like, you know, subscriber counts and stuff like that when there are like fires going on. But when I'm streaming and I'm in game mode, it's kind of okay. So, so there we go. So number one, like the stream. Number two, if you, hang on, I can unplug that, I think. Number two. If if you'd like to play, please make sure you are watching live, hover on the video, and check that you have the red circle and not the grey circle, okay? In the bottom left-hand corner, when you hover on the video, make sure you have the red circle that says live, and not the grey circle with the negative number. If you have the grey circle, hit the word live, turn your grey circle into a red circle. And finally, if you are interested in playing along, let me just remind you of my tickets. They are, as they have been since before Christmas, Kyurem, Moltres, and Blacephalon. Those are the 3 Pokemon I'm hunting. Plus, we'll be doing a wild card, don't worry. But those are the first 3 Pokemon we're going to be hunting for. And when I say ready, set, bow, you guys are going to let me know which of those 3... that you're able to do so that I can pair you up accordingly. And I think I think that should pretty much do it. So you're going to write strike in big capital letters, and then I can do, and then you're going to let me know, which of those 3 you can do. So strike in big capital letters, I can do, and then let me know who you can do. And then we should be good from there. So ready, set, bow, let me know what you can do. I'll grab my phone and my spreadsheet, and then we'll kind of take it from there. How about that? Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Okay, I can't check that right now. Okay, Xander is available to... I don't believe you, Xander. Why are we on strike? Well, if you're not a voice actor and you're not part of the union, don't worry, you're not on strike. I'll get to that in a sec, but hang on, let's just say hi to some people. So, Kiba hi, Skywatcher hi, Xander hi, Kieran hi, Onlera hi, welcome back Onlera, Happy New Year, I hope you're doing well. So, Nai hi, did Nai delete a message? Oh, okay. But anyway, Buck, sorry, I read out your message anyway, so it's too late. Skywatcher hi, Cheese hi, and then Nai hi. Nai hi, I like it. Is that everyone? Stream Elements bot hi, Gage hi, lovely to see you. And I think that's most of everyone. If I've missed everyone, I do apologize. And then how do you always know it's me? This time there was a tell, but then the mods also have ways of finding out as well. Okay, so... and Kiba, hi, welcome. Okay, so let me get the spreadsheet, let me add some names to it, and then, Yeah, on Lara. Luckily, on Lara, I haven't had amazingly good luck since the last time I saw you. So, you're all right. You're all right. Oh, for the love of spreadsheet, can you work, Mr. Spreadsheet? Can you please work? The cat is going absolutely nuts. Okay. Right. Oh, I put Did on Lara say strike? Actually, I've added on Lara to the strike thing, even though I don't think on Lara's actually said strike. But anyway, I've added you to the list anyway on Lara, and then if you do want to play later on, or if you can play later on, I'll add you later on. So anyway, Xander, Skywatcher, Kiba, Kiba, Kieran. There we go. The mod see all. Okay. Oh, you can't switch games until this dang Goldeen shines. Oh, okay. Well, I've still added you anyway so that you can be cool. Oh, you're available because of the snow. Ah, interesting. Okay, so hang on. What can everyone do again? Hang on, let me just check. So Kiba, and Skywatcher and Xander. And then, hang on, where was Kieran? I think Kieran can do any. Kieran can do any, Xander can do any. Why don't we have, like, Xander, Skywatcher, and Kiba for Kieran, and then we'll have Kieran for Moltres, and then we'll figure out Moltres, like, afterwards. Oh, and Cheese may be available as well, so I'm going to just put Cheese here, just in case. Okay, right, okay, that should be everyone and everything. Does that all sound good? So Team 1, Kieran, Xander, Skywatcher, and Kiba. Team 2, Moltres, Kieran. Hopefully that sounds good. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's all good. I know on Lara, I kind of need to, like, chain hunt for a Goldeen, and I've kind of been tempted to try it, but their spawning location kind of sucks, though, doesn't it? Isn't it, like, above Vermilion City or something? Maybe they appear wild in the ocean or something, but anyway, Buck. Okay, so guys, gals, non-binary pals, hopefully that all sounds good. You hit 600 on the chain. Oh my gosh. Yeah, stars and sparkles for on Lara, everyone, because we want on Lara to play with us today. Okay. So Team 1, please click on the internet, please on the Ycom, and then please talk to the lady. And then, if you guys are asked about any kind of preference, just say anything goes, but I'm going to put Kieran, and then here we go. So I do apologize for being a bit late. Our code today, we're going to do a palindromic one, 0110. And then 0211, which is not palindromic, but if I'd have done 0220, I could have done 0220. Anyway, 0110, 0211. So 011, 011, 0211. There you go. Or 01, no, I don't know. You know what I mean. Anyway, Buck, so that's the thing. So there's Skywatcher. It doesn't quite work, does it? Xander works. I think I did used to do it with Xander, but then Kiba kind of took over. Okay. And do let me know if you have any issues connecting. But yeah, so I think either yesterday or Tuesday, or I don't know. No, I think it was like yesterday. I had mentioned, so for those of you who have been watching me since before the Strike streams, I had a thing at the, like, between October 2023 and May 2024, so like sort of kind of like a year and a half ago to about 8 months ago. And Odachi. Kyurem is weak to fighting, rock, steel, dragon, and Hiri. So just keep that in mind. And it has ice, ghost, and normal moves, so keep that in mind as well. Tenchi, hi! But basically, So I like had like this horrible stomach issue where basically every time I ate, my stomach felt kind of weird. Some days it was like really burning. Some days it just was kind of like discomfort, like I'm a bit uncomfortable. And it didn't matter what I ate or when I ate it or how big or small my meals were or how blended or chunky they were, how well I chewed my food versus how much I just swallowed everything like a duck. It didn't make a difference. And so basically, and it was really annoying. I went to the doctor for it and like had a test for a thing and that came back negative. But it ultimately didn't matter because when I had my tooth out last year, I was given antibiotics, and the antibiotics cleared up my stomach issue. So I'd basically gone like all my life without any kind of stomach or digestive issues, and then for like 7 months I had them, and then I had like antibiotics for like 2 or 3 days, and they went away until a week ago. And it was a week ago that it kind of came back. Okay, we've got Sharpedo and Tauros. Yeah, they're kind of either way. That's kind of an either way thing as well. Oh, but there is a Mien Shao and a Sudowoodo in the top right. So as long as we go in the top right towards like the end, I think that's probably the better thing. I've gone for Sharpedo just because I think we're a bit more super effective against it, is my logic here. But forgive me if that's stupid or if that's wrong. But anyway, yeah. So, but yeah, I had these antibiotics for like, it's like 3 days of antibiotics. This stomach issue that had plagued me for like every day for 7 months had gone. And it was completely gone. Not even like it was, it had improved or it had gotten better. Like, I was cured. It was like a miracle cure, right? And then, but basically, a week ago, it came back. And unfortunately, there's so little consistency to this thing. I really just have no idea, like, what it's about, why I have it, why it happens. The one thing I do know, though, is that antibiotics made it better. So I basically went to my doctor today and I said, remember that thing that I had last year? I never came back to you about it because I went on antibiotics and 3 days later it was better and I want to be on them again, please. And so I'm hoping... I am still going to, like, eat clean and play it safe and stuff like that. I'm not going to, like, overindulge or eat a load of spicy foods or anything like that. But I'm gonna like... So I've got these antibiotics now, but that's basically kind of the reason I was late, because I had to go to the doctor. I then had to wait for the antibiotics to be ready. I actually went to the pharmacy, like, later than they said I could go, kind of thing. Like, they were like, oh, you can go at, like, 12:45. And I went there at, like, 1:15. But I was like, if I wait till, like, a bit later, they'll definitely have my antibiotics ready, and then I can just turn around, go back to the house, and do the stream. And then they were like, oh, you need to wait like 15, 20 minutes. So it was like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. But luckily, I didn't actually have to wait like 15, 20 minutes. It was more like 10 or between 10 and 15. So I was able to get back about roughly on time. But I do apologize that I kind of started at like the very last second and that I was kind of running late and stuff like that. So, no, that's the thing, Tenchi. It just, like... There was, like, no consistency to this. The only thing about it... The only thing about it that I could hypothesize is if there is, like, some kind of circumstance that causes, like, a flare-up, and then once you have a flare-up, you're, like... not good. No, Sharpedo does have Scale Shot, which is super effective against Kyurem, but I don't think it's really especially worth it. I don't know. We could, but I think our team is actually pretty right now. Like, I don't know. We probably... I don't know who we want to get rid of and when. But yeah. But that's the thing, Tenchi. Like, for those 7 months, I tried everything. Yeah, I don't know who we want to go for out of, like, Mien Shao and... Okay, here's what I propose. If we do Stunfisk for Mien Shao, if we do turn 1 Dynamaxes and Stunfisk switches for Mien Shao, then Mien Shao will be in 4th place, and it can do a bunch of max Knuckles. And then we can get the attack boosts, and then we can beat Kyurem that way. So... On Lara, a shiny Rattata, but you're not going to get it because you don't want to break the chain. Because you'll never break the chain. Dang. But yeah, but that's the thing, Tenchi. For those who weren't around before the Strike streams or who kind of missed it, yeah, it just... Basically, I just started getting, like, stomach aches, like well, actually, no, that's not quite true. I basically had an incident that was kind of like a sort of acid refluxy incident, right? But then it died down, but then I still had stomach aches afterwards. So it kind of like evolved into another problem, or another problem stemmed from it. But once I had like just the stomach aches, it was just a thing where I would sort of, anytime I ate, my stomach felt weird. And sometimes it was just kind of like, oh, I'm a bit bloaty, like, or, you know, it feels a bit like, say, when you've eaten like a load of indulgent food, while I've just eaten like a fairly regular plain meal. But then sometimes it'd be like really like kind of burny and spicy, right? Even if I didn't eat anything with like any spice in it. And it didn't matter what I ate. There were some days where I remember there were days where like I would eat just like sort of like a plain, like a waffle, and I was like, oh, waffles are quite plain and neutral, and I would have like a good day. So I'd be like, oh, okay, well, that's good then. And then the next day I'd begin the day with waffles, and then I'd feel terrible. And so there was no consistency to it. It was kind of scary. Not like nausea, not like abdominal pain. It's just more, I would just describe it as like digestive pain. I know that sounds really weird, but I didn't feel like sick. I didn't feel like I was gonna throw up. It was just my stomach hurt kind of thing. So it just kind of like the chain is a pain because of a tiny Spain location. No. Okay, yeah. So on Lara, yeah. So is it that place north of Vermilion that's like a really small location? Because that's why I never bothered with Goldeen, and it's why I'm so desperately hoping I get Seeking from this mode. Because if I ever do, like, go crazy and I'm like, okay, I'm getting the Goldeen, it means I only need one of them. If I get Seeking from this mode, I only need one Goldeen. But yeah, so it wasn't very, yeah, so the stomach aches are really bad. I think what happened is I may have had like some kind of like hernia or like inflammation or like irritation, and then like every time oh yeah, so that's the thing on Lara. Yeah, that's the thing. If I had to describe it, like, it definitely could be like an intestinal thing. It definitely could be more of like a intestinal thing. I'm gonna look that up. Diverticulitis. I know I didn't say that properly. I'm gonna type that in. And then, hang on, NHS divertic. Here we go. I'll just do that. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna save that on a tab later. We want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Stealing the kills, Xander. I know I missed it, but yeah, no. But yes. Anyway, Buck. But yeah. So. But that's the thing. I do think it might have been like some kind of like inflammation or something like that, and I kind of basically just wonder if like, you know, like I wonder if something set it off. And then basically every time I ate food, it kind of like aggravated it and agitated it. And I just wonder if basically my intestine like never got enough of a chance to like recover. Like every time it would constantly be trying to recover, but it would constantly be being agitated. It'd be like if you like had some kind of like pain on your foot or something, but you like still kept walking everywhere. You know, it's like, no, you need to like just stop walking for a bit. Or like wear some comfier shoes. Like maybe she like walked everywhere barefoot or something. It's like, no, wear some comfortable shoes and try not to walk places, and your body will catch up and recover. But Weiss, hello. So mostly things with tiny seeds. Interesting. But the thing is, it's just this weird thing where basically I got set off and then I was bad for like 7 months, and I didn't really ever have a time or a very long period of time where I was like normal. And the thing is as well, because if people haven't watched the green card stream where I celebrated getting my green card, I basically told a story, the German tea story, and I also told the mushroom story. And without spoiling those stories, because you should totally go watch those streams. Oh, should I go for... I'm going to go for a muddy water. I know that's kind of like crazy because Grapploct is a physical attacker and it's not a water type, but I'm going to go for muddy water just because of the rain and stuff like that. But basically, the green tea story and the mushroom story, what those stories basically amount to are times where I consumed foods that made me not feel good, and like I was able to pinpoint what they were, kind of thing. Like, I felt bad, I was able to pinpoint what they were, and then, like, I was okay, sort of thing. Like I cut them out, or I stopped them, or I let it pass, and then I was okay. And the thing with this stomach thing is, like, it's basically just near constant. And there's nothing that really especially causes it. And I don't really eat particularly unhealthy or anything. So, like, that's the thing I was hoping for. I was hoping for an accuracy drop, and I was like, the only issue I might have is if I miss, which then, of course, happened. Didn't want to say it out loud, because I didn't want to jinx it. But here we are, jinxing it. Anyway, Bark. So I'll just do another one again. Luckily, Stunfisk got it, so it's fine. Right, I'm going to Drain Punch. More like a lame punch. And then we'll see how this goes. But yeah, so it was kind of like, I wasn't like, I don't know, I was just kind of like low-key worried about it, because it was like, and it's just very frustrating, because it's like, nothing I do makes this better. I have changed my food, I have played, like, you have to understand, in that 7 months, I did so much playing around, I swapped out so many foods, I had so many days where it was like, I'm just gonna eat, like, rice and stuff like that, and it, like, didn't help. Like, it was so, like, disheartening, because no matter what I did, like, nothing seemed to help with it. And the doctor thought, like, it might be H. pylori, which I got tested for, and that came back negative. But that's the thing, I had these antibiotics, and I felt completely normal. Like, not just, like, oh, I improved, or it lessened. It's like, no, I went from like, 0 to having stomach issues, back to 0 again. Like, it was incredible. So, oh yeah, Stunfisk is going to switch, excellent, and then that's really cool. And yeah, if you have an infection, diet changes would help. See, that's why I think it was something like a hernia, or inflammation, or an infection, or just something where, like, yeah, maybe at certain times, certain foods might not help, or yeah, like eating, like, too close to bedtime might help. But the other thing you guys have to understand is, like, I really am, like, the antithesis of someone who should have stomach issues. Like, when I look up acid reflux, it's like, oh, if you're overweight, old, smoke, eat loads of fatty foods, don't exercise, don't this, don't that. And maybe I don't really, like, exercise. I go for, like, a walk every day. Maybe I need to, like, start doing some weights again or something like that. I haven't done weights for a few years. But, like, but the point is like, so if Mian Xiao does the old max knuckle, then we should be good here. And then, and that's the thing on Lara, because, like, if antibiotics cleared it up, then clearly it was, like, you know, biotic sort of thing. So it's like, yeah, you know, it's just like, so but that's why I kind of said to the doctor, I was like, please just let me do this again. I'm not going to be, like, asking for them again in, like, a week or two. Like, if they don't do anything, oh, Politoed could be using Helping Hand, that is true, but maybe we'll get a special defense drop from, from, like, you know, if you use, like, Earth Power, that could help. If you use Helping Hand, I'd recommend maybe using it on me, because I have a stab fighting move, and that's probably going to do the most damage. I know, like, Mian Xiao is the one that's Dynamaxing, but it is using a special fighting move, so Mian Xiao isn't boosting its own attacks. Oh, gosh. Mian Xiao isn't boosting its own attacks here. Defense down, defense down, defense down, defense down, defense down, defense down, defense down. Ow! But yeah, see, look how much damage that did. And it's like, I'm going to do even more than that next time with the next Max Knuckle boost. So it's like, if I get a Max Knuckle boost from Mian Xiao, and then if you Helping Hand me, like, the next Drain Punch will do a crazy amount of damage. Is my theory. My game theory. But yeah, so I was basically just like, you know, hey, remember that thing I kind of came to you about and then I never came back about? It got cured by antibiotics, so I want to try them again. And then if it... and here's the thing as well. I think basically having them a second time... If I do need to do any kind of, like, investigation down the line, like if this issue ever comes back again, I think having the antibiotics a second time is going to be a really useful and insightful thing that will be helpful with diagnosing stuff, right? Like, if I've never had a stomach issue, and then I have 7 months of stomach issues, and then I have antibiotics, and like 2 or 3 days later, I'm like cured. Oh no! Wait, what happened there? Why? What? Hang on. Why was there like earth power on? Were you supposed to use like a helping hand and you used earth power on me? That's really funny. I recovered all my health because of the drain punch. But oh man, dang! If I had been helping handed, we would have won. I think we would have won, right? Because I almost KO'd it. Luckily, we've got enough lives here, I think. Well, hopefully that wasn't the final life. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, it's okay, Skywatcher. Like, Xander, the hammer. No, I'm kidding. You're good. We've got this. We've won. I think that's is that the first time we've ever had that happen? I don't know. I can't think. Oh no, it's feeble. Oh no, and we're nullifying. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Hang in there. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, we're using a max rockfall. Oh, we might have run out of PP on fighting moves. There we go. We did it. Yeah, a cure 'em for Christmas, cure 'em for New Year, the year of the dragon. But guys, gals, non-binary pals, we just beat a dragon. So get those stars and sparkles in, get the flag of Wales up, catch your Curum, and good luck, everyone. May the odds be ever in your favor. And if I don't get it, please let Xander at least get it, because I think Xander deserves a shiny after all this time. You all deserve shinies, I say. But yeah. Oh, you guess you thought Helping Hand was only one move down when it was actually two. It's okay. If that had been a more stressful battle, I admit I could have lost it a bit, but we were quite safe that battle, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Sharpedo is not shiny. Bouffalont is not shiny. Mienshao is not shiny. But will we get... I do have all those Pokemon as shiny, so it's not a big deal. But you know who I don't have as shiny? A Tango Berry Blast Cure for Christmas! Ow, no. Oh, guys and gals and non-binary pals, we're getting to the point where... So, the odds of me being, like, under odds for like, 2025... today is my final day of like being under odds for a shiny. Okay, I'm gonna go Bouffalont. Why not? I need to make my list. I need to make my list of what Pokemon I have, don't I? Bouffalont. Okay. Oh, Kevin, hope the doctors went well, bro. I just spent half an hour talking about it, so let me just repeat all that again. No, basically, Kevin, I started the stream late because I went to the doctors and then I had to go to the pharmacy, but I got my antibiotics, so I'll say that. I got my antibiotics, I've had my first one, I need to have them 3 times a day, so I'll have another one tonight, and then hopefully in a couple of days, this will be... all over, and yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed. If it doesn't go away, then I'm kind of really screwed as to what to do. But right, welcome back. So, would you like us to keep a record of where you found your Curum? Yes, I would. Oh, I hope I pressed that. Okay, Team 2. Oh, Kevin can't do Moltres. Okay, guys, can you just do a quick... Hold on a sec. Could you just do a quick... I don't know if anyone has, entered the chat or anything. Could you guys just do a quick strike how many times you've played? Let me know if you can do Blacephalon or Moltres. I'm mainly aiming this at anyone who's a strike 0. So for example, but that's the thing, Diverticular are common, especially after age 50. I'm nowhere near that. I mean, I'm kind of closer to it than I'd probably like to be, but I'm nowhere near that. But yeah, and then when these pouches become inflamed, that's the thing, I almost think it's inflammation, but... and yeah, severe diverticulitis... diverticulitis... diverticulitis is usually need an antibiotic treatment in the hospital. Surgery may be needed for severe or frequent. But yeah. Like, I don't have nausea, don't have fever. I don't really have, like, physical tenderness. I might have had, like, a little bit. I don't know. Changes in stool. No, sorry for TMI. But no, but that's the thing. And that's another thing as well that was, like, scary about it. There were no other symptoms. It's just my stomach would feel like it's on fire. On the outside, it'd be fine. My poops are fine. Like, you know, everything else is fine. But, like, just my stomach didn't feel good. And it's why I almost wondered if I, like hernia, inflammation, irritation, bacterial thing, like, I don't know. Tenchi. Okay, so let me just check. I'm wondering, whoops, I just opened the wrong spreadsheet. I'm wondering, okay, how about we have a Tenchi, Kevin, and Kieran Blacephalon, and then we'll figure out the blooming vultures in a second. Does that sound like an idea? Although I apologize to Cheese if Cheese is like, no, I'm almost done cooking. But yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin missed Skywatcher betraying us. Skywatcher betrayed us, everyone. Skywatcher betrayed us. Like, Skywatcher hates us all, like, so much. Like, even, like, Skywatcher comes here, like, all the time and hates us, because those two things totally make sense. No. Anyway, Bark. Okay. So, but no, it was a hilarious accident because I was like, wait, how did I lose it? I was like, wait, like Earth power, but like what? Like I was so confused. Okay. Right. So, would you like to embark upon a Dynamax adventure? If you're Kevin, Tenchi, and Kieran, you're going to say yes, and then. We're going to say anything goes, and we're not going to select Moltres. I'm going to select Blacephalon. And then a Sky hitting that sabotage button. Exactly. That's built right into the Switch too. They have plus, minus, and sabotage. Okay. We got 0110. So I was also going to make like a Star Trek joke. Do you guys know the Star Trek thing about William Shatner and the word sabotage? Do you guys know that? And then stomach ulcer. See, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I almost wonder if I have like a bacterial thing that like causes an ulcer, and the bacteria like constantly attacks away at it, but then as soon as you like have the antibiotic, like your stomach gets some respite, and then it's finally able to, like, finally, I can get rid of this ulcer now. Like, I almost wonder if it's something like that, so. Okay, Blacephalon is weak to ghost, dark, ground, rock, and water. This is Kevin, Tenchi, and Kieran. You guys all know what to do. Ready, set, bow. Let's do this thing. And let's go. But yeah, so. Okay, so Nidoking and Dugtrio are good. I am going to go for Nidoking, because I prefer that to Dugtrio, but Dugtrio is an excellent. Munchlax is kind of okay. Munchlax is pretty nifty because it's a normal type with good special defense. So I will just throw that out there. Kieran is coming Mount Dugtrio in round 2. I like it. So we actually have an alright team here. So, but we'll look into, like, switches. Abomasnow, everyone 07 for Mr. President. But let's see, is that a Bouffalon on the right? Like, we haven't done Bouffalon in forever, and then now we've got 2 of them. Okay, there is that is like a Thievul on the right? Thievul's pretty good, although there is also water type. What's the water type? Is it a good water type? No, it's Pukumuku. So I think we want to do the Thievul. I would say let's go for Thievul. I would honestly say let's go right so that we can do Thievul. And then on the final round, we can just do whatever. Like, maybe we can switch out Munchlax for Thievul. But then other than that, I think, honestly, we're, like, pretty good here. So, the water type is Pure Puke. Pure Puke, sorry. Very nice, I like it. Albeit a bit gross. But then again, 2 minutes ago, I was saying, guys, I have healthy poops. So, yeah. But no, but that's what was weird about this thing. That I basically had one symptom. I didn't have any other. Everything I would like look up, like if I looked up like acid reflux or whatever. Again, initially, I did have some kind of weird acid reflux situation. To very quickly explain it, when I first had issues, what had happened was I ate a bunch of like fizzy candy, like very close to bedtime, and then I went to bed, and then basically what happened was like in the shower the next morning, I kind of had like a weird kind of hiccup and like a chest pain or something. And then basically I could kind of like feel something in like my very upper chest, like sort of, not actually no, it was like between like my stomach and my chest. Like it was in a really weird place. But I think basically all like the fizzy sugar had like irritated my canal, right? And then basically I would kind of like, sort of like not hiccup, but I'd get these kind of like, I'd get these kind of like, sort of like these palpitation-y hiccup type things, and it kind of felt like my chest was like being pulled apart when they'd happen. It was quite uncomfortable, a little bit painful, and that's what kind of started, and it was just really difficult whenever I like ate anything. But then basically, after like a week or two, that kind of subsided, but then I was left with the stomach thing. So I don't really know what like that was like, I almost wonder if, like, the one thing then kind of caused the other. I don't think it was, like, all the same thing. I always think, like, I had, like, some kind of acid reflux type thing, and then I think that may have given me some kind of, like, bacterial or hernia or irritated thing or whatever. Like, maybe if my food wasn't digesting properly, like, that allowed bacteria to develop in my stomach. Do you know? I don't know. Like, I'm not a doctor, so... But do you know what I mean? Like, if my passageways were, like, narrowed and irritated and food wasn't going down as well, maybe it wasn't digesting properly, maybe bacteria was doing stuff, I don't know. But yeah, so it's just kind of like... So it was just like a very weird thing, but yeah, but basically after that initial bout of like acid reflux type stuff, I basically just had a bad, like my stomach just felt weird every time I ate, and that was it. And that's all like, oh, Nidoking, I was like, why does Nidoking suck? But it's because it's a male versus a male. My rivalry ability is screwing me over. 2, 4, 6, 8. Tenchi's eye is bad, not great. Unless it's just you're doing it for aesthetics. Okay, so Bouffalante. There we go. Okay. So well done, everyone. I will have to keep in mind about Nidoking and that rivalry ability. But yeah, so initially I think I did have like some kind of acid reflux type issue, but then that subsided, but then I just had the bad stomachs. And again, anytime I would like find anything online, like, oh, gastroenteritis or whatever they're called, you know, like all these different things, whatever they're called, I would like look them up, I'd kind of like type in symptoms, I'd find the name of a thing, and then it's like all the other symptoms I didn't have, or all the things where it's like, oh, you typically get this if you're old and fat and smoke and drink and eat loads of fried foods and this and that and the other, and it's kind of like, it's like, well, I'm not, I don't fit those criteria. Not a bad idea switching for the old Bouffalon, because it would be a bit better for Thievul, but if we go on the right for Thievul, and then I don't know who we want to go for after this. Maybe we could either go for like Mushana or Haunter. I actually think like Haunter's kind of frail. Haunter is a bit more frail, but I feel like we have more things to hit Mushana with. So I don't know. Right, I don't think we need to switch though. Because we have a good team. We have a very, very, very strong team for a Blacephalon. Like, right here, right now, we have a great team. A great team. A great team. A very great team that does not need to be changed. Thank you. So, yes. No one's interested? Well, I mean, someone was interested, but, like, we don't want to risk it. Okay. So, yeah. But anyway, that's enough about stomach things, but that's basically why that's the 43-minute reason as to why I kind of started late today, or why it was a bit chaotic at the beginning. Because, yeah, the pharmacy then held me up, and I basically got home, like, at, like, 2 o'clock, rather than, like, you know, I don't know, 15 minutes before it or something. Actually, no, I think I got here a bit less than 10 minutes before, but I need more than, like, 10 minutes to get ready. Oh, the Thievul is female! And my attacks are gonna do more damage! Yay! Okay, that cat is going nuts out there. I may have to deal with him. Okay. I think I've actually blasted through my list of conversation topics for this week, for the most part. But yeah. The only thing I haven't really sort of super duper talked about is my plans for this year with regards to the streams. So maybe I'll talk about that, because we've got a bunch of people here on Lara's back. We've got a lot of, like, frequent flyers, shall I say. Returning viewers, I don't know. Mount Dog Trio. Oh no, we're taunting Bufalon. Oh dear, how terrible. Oh, if this is the point where Tenchi's like, but I was going to use a status move. But anyway. Alright, Hammer Arm, Kaduj, very nicely done. Was that a crit? No, that was just that powerful. Well done, guys, gals, non-binary pals. So I think Tenchi should take this. I think Tenchi should nick it and should do it again. But yes. Oh, question. When other people have done their living shiny dexes, do you get all the regional variants for all of them? I have been aiming for that, yes. I have kind of, like, there are some like different forms of Pokemon where I'm like less fussed or something like that, and some where I'm more bothered. But regional variants, to me, regional variants kind of count as a different Pokemon entirely. So I am like, I'm sort of happy enough, right? If I just get like a Cubone and a Marowak, I'm like kind of good with that, but I want the Alolan as well. Like, I'm not going to say, guys, can we not pick the Marowak? Like, if I get, like, because I already have a Marowak, but I still am like, guys, can we do the, can we do the Alolan Marowak? Or, you know, because I want the Alolan one as well. So, oh, Xander's power briefly went out. Oh, no. Oh, but that's, you're not playing, luckily. I was like, oh no! It's like, oh wait, Xander played last round. Well, I hope you're okay, Xander. Yeah, because you got snow today. There's no business like snow, business like snow. I'm gonna go with a Shell Bell. Why not? It's one of those things where, like, on my Pokemon Home, like, because on Pokemon Home, it will just say, how many out of 1025 do you have shiny? And, like, that is good enough for me, but if I can get regional variants, I do go for them. I'm not gonna do... Here's my thing on Lara, and this would be my personal recommendation as well. I wouldn't go back to old games. I mean, I know you have, like, a Pokemon bank issue or whatever, but even if you didn't, I still would say it is not worth going... Like, it wouldn't be worth going on, like, Pokemon Sun and doing a bunch of, like, the chain hunting nonsense for, like, you know, just to get, like, a Cubone in Pokemon Sun and Moon, just so you can evolve a shiny Cubone into a shiny Alolan Marowak and get one that way. I would say just get one in this game or wait for Alolan Marowak to show up in, like, you know, Gen 10 or something like that. Because, like, it's gonna come back in, like, Gen 10 or, like, basically, here's the way I'll put it on Lara. In, like, if you don't have a shiny Alolan Marowak now, you're gonna have one in, like, 5 years. And I don't think that, like, doing a bunch of, like, boring egg hatches or something very, like, you know, just not very fun and that's really grindy is really worth it. Like, if the answer to the question, will I be able to get a shiny of this in, like, 5 years, in, like, a fun and or quick way, if the answer to that question is yes, it's not worth, like, grinding out stuff. So I got a bunch of Alolan variants from Scarlet and Violet because you can sandwich hunt, and sandwich hunting is fun. But the internet didn't go out, but the TV did. Oh, interesting. Okay, high horsepower, more like a Norse power. But yeah, so but that's kind of just like my philosophy on, like, shiny hunting. I don't want to get, like, too perfectionistic about it, but there are some things where, like, so I think I, like, had extra Pikachus in, like, you know, in say, like, Pokemon Go or something like that, or there was something where I, like, got, oh no, that was it. I had no, like, so I had like Pikachus, right? Like I had a bunch of shiny Pikachus, and then it was like, oh, I have enough Pikachus where I could have like a Pikachu of each gender and then a Raichu of each gender kind of thing, like as long as I evolved the right ones. And so because of that, I did it, because Pikachu has a gender difference. So I was like, oh, I'll like, I'm happy just having a Pikachu, a Raichu, and an Alolan Raichu. But, like, and like, the Alolan Raichu was kind of like, I got that because they had the event in Scarlet and Violet, right? So I got it. But, like, but I didn't, but, like, I wouldn't go for the genders normally. Like, there are some Pokemon where it's like, no, it's kind of difficult or takes a while to get them. I'm not bothering. Like, I'm not going to get, like, I'm not going to worry about getting a shiny female Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. I think, is it only Venusaur that has the gender difference? But, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't be bothered to, like, if in Pokemon Home, if in Pokemon Go I have a female Bulbasaur, like, maybe I'll put it into my Pokemon Home so that it's like, oh, if I can have one of every gender, I'll have one of every gender. But, like, if there's a gender difference. But, like, and I did... But, so it kind of depends on the differences. Like, for Meowstic, I did get both versions of Meowstic, because, like, there are the two versions, and it's like, that's quite a big difference, But, like, so it really just kind of depends on, like, the Pokemon. Like, regional variants, so, like, Alolan, Galar, I do want those regional variants, like, yes. But I think a lot of them I'm going to be able to get a shiny in, like, the next 5 years. Because they'll be, like, Gen 10, Gen 11. I mean, it's really weird. Guys, we're going to have, like, Gen 11 in, like, 5 years, probably. Do you know what I mean? Like we're probably getting quite close to Gen 10. But, like, so that means that, like, Gen 11 will be, like, 3 or 4 years behind it. So, Snarl, more like a flawl. I don't know. Right, here we go. High horsepower, Kadoosh. The gender difference in Torchic, which is literally like a single pixel, lol. Exactly, Skywatcher. I didn't even know, I couldn't even remember Torchic had one until you said it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know the thing you're talking about now, or I think I know the thing you're talking about. So, like, yeah, that's something where I don't bother, but for something like Meowstic, or like Basculegion is one where it's like the two different forms of Basculegion are, like, really different looking. Like, they, like, in the Pokedex, they have, like, a different name, like red stripe form, and, what are, like, the Basculegion forms called? But I think they have, like, different names in the Pokedex when you catch them, right? Like, when you catch the, like, one Basculegion, it says it's called one thing, but, but it's like, if you get, like, a Bulbasaur, it doesn't say, like, oh, here's the female Bulbasaur. Like, it's just like, no, here's a Bulbasaur, and here's the male version, here's the female version if you're interested. Right, good luck, everyone. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. I said that way too late. Bouffalant is not shiny. Now, I do need... okay, all the rest of these things, I need a shiny, so I am legit excited here, okay? Thievul is not shiny. Oh, I would have loved shiny Thievul. I love Gen 8 so much. But that's okay. Musharna. The main things I need are, like, Galar and Unova. So, will we get shiny Musharna? Oh, dang it. I really would have liked shiny Musharna. But that's okay. That's also okay. Because the real prize will be the Midnight Disco Cosmic Midnight Disco Bulbacephalon. I messed it up. That's why I didn't get it. Dang. Okay. So, Bouffalant, no. Thievul, no. Musharna, no. And Blacephalon, no. No sparkles, no nothing, no whatever. Thievul, I nicked it. And I'd nick it again. And I'd do it again. Okay. Right, I'm just having some water. The ironic thing is, my stomach was actually feeling kind of okay today. But the antibiotic, it, like, kind of floats in water, so, like, when you're trying to swallow it, it's really kind of awkward to swallow. And so it was, like, kind of awkward to swallow. And then my stomach feels a bit weird, or sort of my pathway feels a bit weird ever since I swallowed the antibiotic. But anyway. So, right, welcome back. So, right, could you guys please let me know about Moltres? I would like to do Moltres if at all possible, if that's okay. First you get the sugar, then you get the power, then you'll get the women. Sorry, I wasn't like quite going for it there, but like, yeah, yes. I'm glad Kevin gets the reference though. But Kevin, that's what I think about. Because, well, for one thing, the first evolved form is called Nickit. But then I think Thievel looks like that Butler character. And I know I've said this before, but if you watch The Simpsons, there's a Butler character who steals Homer's sugar, and he's like, yes, I nicked it. And Thievel looks just like him. Okay? Like, it's exactly the same. But anyway, Bark. Okay, so Weiss can do Moltres. Weiss is nice, whilst I eat plain rice. Because of my stomach. Okay, so... well, I don't care much about the sugar, but I don't care about the power, but the sugar. I know, right? We'd all love a big pile of sugar, wouldn't we? Okay. Okay. Let's see. I feel like okay. Is it just you three? Because here's what I'm thinking. My fellow Abraham Lincolns. If we have like 4 people and 3 players, I'm kind of wondering if maybe we could do like wild card with Xander, the wild Zand. I don't know, but would that maybe be an idea? Potentially, possibly. Like if we did, so if we had like Weiss, Kieran, and Skywatcher for the Moltres, the Flaming Moltres, and then we could do like a Buzzwole or something with Xander. Does that sound like an okay idea? Oh, to be a kid again when you could just devour sugar without issue. I know, right? Like, you get old, your body doesn't enjoy sugar as much, your teeth hate it. I miss being invincible, okay, guys? I liked being invincible. Yeah. No, Kieran, I'm saying that you should join the Moltres. Don't step out. I need you here. There's Weiss, Kieran, and Skywatcher. That was going to be the team. Oh, the cat's going nuts. I may need to deal with him in a sec. But so does that sound okay? Oh no, Tenchi has to step out now as well. She's stepping up for Christmas. Sorry, they're stepping up for Christmas. Stepping up for Christmas. Sorry, the cat distracted me. But no. Okay, thank you so much, Tenchi. Bye. But okay. So team 3. So this is Kieran, Weiss, and Skywatcher. And then here we go. So anything goes, but Moltres. Hopefully today's the day we get Moltres, and then we can just pick something that you guys are all happy about and enjoy. So here we go. So let's go 0110, and then let's go 0256. How about that? So 0110, 0256. Kiba is saying hi. Well, is being said hello to by Kevin. Okay. That's the code. That's the Moltres. Here we go. Oh yeah. So guys, I was gonna talk about. This year and streams and stuff like that, because I've talked enough about like my body and blah 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 blah. I am just gonna do a belch though off camera. Hang on. Because I think that'll help with the tablet going down the wrong way. I kind of like drank a load of water all in one go, and it's like, okay. So, yeah, okay, that's all good. Electric is good, water is great, rock is fantastic. You guys know this. The Flaming Moltres. But no, I was going to talk about this year because a load of people are here, even though Tenchi just went and said goodbye. Mudsdale does have a rock move. No, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't have a rock move. I thought it had rock tomb. Okay, Toxtricity does have electricity, though, so I'll take it. And Lickitung does have electric and water, technically, even though it's not very good. Mantine does have Wide Guard and is a water type, so that's something. Okay. Oh, Crawdaunt's on the right. I think there is Rotom on the left, but Crawdaunt's like way better. So yeah, let's go right for Crawdaunt. Oh, and then there's Stunfisk. Stunfisk is electric. Oh, there is an Armaldo on the right, which is a shame. I still think the right path is better, though, because we can get, like, water set up and stuff like that. Like, I don't think it's worth going for, like, one rock type when we can get, like, 2 waters or something like that. So that's my theory, my game theory. Is it Galarian Stunfisk? I'll have to check it again. I thought it looked like a Unova, but if only there was Relicanth. Oh, Relicanth is like the best thing for a Moltres, like literally. ×4 resistance, ×4 super effective, and a hang on, sorry, ×4 resistance, ×4 super effective, like the most powerful thing. What was the other thing I was going to say as well? Oh, and then also resists like Moltres' other type as well. So like it resists, so it quadruple resists fire, regular resists water, flying, and then it's ×4 super effective with the rock moves, which is so good. Oh no, wait, hang on. Did Nightbot not change that? Oh, dang it. Nightbot didn't change it. Sorry. I've only just noticed this. Nightbot says on weekends I stream at 2 p.m. and then like 10 a.m. Saturday. I actually changed that the other day. I guess Nightbot didn't change it, or I forgot to hit save changes or something. So, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Good thing I'm talking about the schedule and streaming and stuff like that. So basically, on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm gonna be streaming like half an hour later on those days, I think. So like on Saturday I'll be going at 10:30 a.m., not 10 a.m., and then Sunday I'll be going at 12:30 p.m. and not 12 o'clock noon. So hopefully that sounds good. So hopefully that's all good and that makes sense and stuff like that. I'll have to go and change it on Nightbot. I did change that earlier, but yesterday or something. But maybe I missed a button, or maybe it was a thing where it's like, oh, your message is too long now, I'm not going to save the changes. But it didn't change me. But anyway, Bark. So we do want to switch for this. I don't know who. I can't remember what was ahead. There was Stunfisk and there was something else. So if we think of Stunfisk just as a ground type rather than like ground electric, ground steel, I think it would still be good for us to... Oh, should we do Lickitung? I know Mantine doesn't have a whole lot of health, but... Should we do Lickitung or... Yeah, then Lickitung would be good. If we do Lickitung here, Mantine could switch for like health reasons, but... Okay, nicely done. No, Weiss, the thing about superpower is like generally we don't want to do like say turn 1 superpowers. I think we should go for the Stunfisk just because we're generally quite good against it, whereas Oranguru, we're okay against Oranguru, but I would say, I know it could be like, but Bo, you're very weak against a Stunfisk, but I'm also weak against... Oh yeah, no, I think that is Galarian. I think you're right. Just now I've got a proper look at the silhouette. I was only able to look at like the bottom of the silhouette before, but now that I'm looking at the whole thing, I think you're right. I think that might be... Yeah, good call. See, if it showed the pointy things at the back, then it would be really easy to tell, but you can't see the pointy things. So... Right, anyway, Bark. So I'm gonna use a tearful look just to like hinder it a bunch, and then you guys can kind of do all the attacking. So good call, Kieran. I really need to look at like the 2 Stunfisks and figure out where the difference truly lies, because I'll have to admit, off the top of my head, I can't really think it, or I can't see it in like my mind's eye or anything. I need to look at it. Yeah, superpower should be finished for a finishing strike. Exactly, well put, Kevin. So yeah, and Rock Smash is good because it has the high chance of defense drop. So like, if you have Rock Smash and superpower, it's definitely good to do like a Rock Smash first and then a superpower second. The one thing about Mudsdale though is that Sand Tomb can be good at like a good turn 1 move as well, because you get like the chip damage. So it's like you know, that one attack plus 2 turns of the chip damage plus a superpower is like a lot of damage over the course of 2 turns. So show me Potato Geyser. But anyway, the schedule. So yeah, so on the weekends, I'm going to be pushing things back half an hour on both days. 10:30 on Saturday, 12:30 on Sunday. Because we haven't had people coming to the Saturday. I used to do better on Saturdays when I did 11 a.m. But 11 a.m.'s just like... I didn't like how late 11 a.m. was, but I'm also not liking how early 10 a.m. is. And so I think 10:30 will be like the really perfect, like, in the middle thing. That will kind of really strike a good thing, and then it means that people don't have to like wake up as early and stuff like that. So, yeah, we did get the defense drop, which is nice. So that means, unfortunately this Max Geyser is special, but we've got the rain set up now, so it will still do more damage. And then Cheese, you're back. And then yeah. Right, Sand Tomb, nice. So even though that didn't KO, right, bada bing, bada boom, we just got the KO. So nicely done, guys, and gals and non-binary pals. Well done. So yeah, no, whilst Cheese was gone, we did get 50 shinies. So but yeah, but no, welcome back. So anyway, Buck, so yeah, no, so I'm going to be doing that on the weekends, and then that'll be till like the end of March or so. So we're kind of about like a third of the way through January. So that'll be for like the next, you know, between like what, 10 and 13 weeks or something like that. We can look it up in a minute. Stunfisk. Okay, Stunfisk is bad for Moltres, so we don't want Stunfisk. I know Mantine has horrible health, but I think we're just gonna have to put up with it. Maybe if we have some berries, we can pick some berries. But yeah. And then finally, finalement. But yeah. Oh, there's Jellicent. Oh, if we went for... Okay. Jellicent is kind of bulky, and it might be a bit more threatening with attacks and stuff. But I think we can take down Jellicent, and then we'll get the berries afterwards. And we could do a switch for Jellicent. We could do the Mudsdale for Jellicent, and then we would have things that are either super effective or that resist Moltres, and then that'll be good. And that's the thing, like, yeah, Mudsdale has Lash Out, which, the thing is, basically, our team was, like, equally kind of good against either, in a sense. Like, we have Dark moves, which are good against Ghost or Psychic. We have Electric, that's good for the Water. Mantine is kind of, like, much of a much against either. So, but that's the thing, if we get, like, Max Darkness off here, so maybe Slowking, but I feel like Slowking might have been a little bit more of an issue, because Slowking has, like, it has Psychic moves, it has, like, Ice moves, it has Water moves, whereas Jellicent has, like, Fairy and Physical Water, so it's, like, a little bit less of an issue. I don't know. Let me just check. I just need to check emails. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, boys. Okay. Kramen. We haven't talked about it yet. No, I sort of talked more about, like, my other games. But can I don't want to say too much here. Can we talk about it another time? And I'll tell you two reasons. Well, the main reason why. So basically, it's been about a week and a day since my birthday. And, like, basically, I kind of, like, looked at my, like, hours logged on both games. And it's, like, Pikmin I've played for, like, almost about, like, 24 hours or something like that in the past, like, 8 days. But, like, Okami... sorry, I have to make sure I don't call it Okami, because that's, like, what everyone else called it, but it's, like, Okami. I've only played for about, like, 8 or so. So, like, I sort of, like, haven't played it as much, and, like, Pikmin has kind of hooked me in more and stuff like that, and I have enjoyed Pikmin way more. And so, like, Okami, I basically, again, I don't want to say too much, I don't want to, like, sound negative or anything like that, but I do kind of have, like, mixed opinions about it so far, but I think maybe if once I play it more and I get into it more. So if we do Mudsdale here, yeah, Mudsdale, and then we'll go. I know it sucks for poor Mantine. Mantine, oh, we're gonna get the berries though. So berries, that's fine. But like, imagine forsaking a god to play with little grass mate. Hey, those Pikmin and Captain Olimar, you show them respect. The flaming vultures. But yeah, but I kind of just have been pulled in more by Pikmin. And I did roll the credits on Pikmin last night, but I have like a bunch of post-game stuff to do. Like there's still more to do. So basically, so we can Dynamax here and then get things going, and then this should be good. But like, basically, yeah, I think like I kind of have like mixed opinions about Okami. But like, I want to like reserve kind of. I don't want to say all the things that I like. Like, there's a lot I could talk to you about with it, but like, I kind of want to hold off just in case some of these things are a little bit too early to say or something like that. But yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm hoping, depending on like if I have auditions and stuff like that, I might get to play some more tonight. Like I'll do a little bit of Pikmin still, but I probably will do some more tonight, and then I'll sort of see how it goes. But yeah, because there are some parts of it, and the TLDR is basically there are some elements of it that are like really excellent and where I've had fun, but there are also other elements of it that I've actually kind of like not liked or found a bit underwhelming or sort of a bit like kind of thing. And like but again, maybe like once I get into it more, like it had quite a slow start, but then again, so did Pikmin. So it is one of those things where, again, I think some of this stuff could just be that it's like early in the game. Maybe some of these things will change, or I'll kind of get used to them or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. Anyway, heat wave, more like a neat wave. Okay, hang in there, everyone. Please don't get burned. Oh, why'd I jinx it? But Crawdaunt does have a special move, so here we go. The Kudouche with the Geyser. The name's Geyser. Max. Go. Right, here's the Muddy Water, but it's fine because it's a special move, so it still gets the KO. Oh, it's definitely a slog at the start. Okay, I'm glad. Can I just say, I'm glad you said that. So I'll go into it a little bit more, Cramming. Now that you said that, because I didn't want to like poop on it in front of you, or anything like that. Because again, I think I do need to reserve judgment. But it did have like a very slow start, and I wasn't sure how much I was enjoying it, or if it was like for me or something like that. And some of these things, I still have some issues with like some of these things, but again, I won't talk about them just yet. But when I got to, did we get a flawless victory? We'll have to check the Dynite ore, won't we? Crawdaunt is not, sorry, Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars. Crawdaunt is not shiny. Stunfisk is not shiny. Ah, the humanity. Jellicent, I need it, but we didn't get it. But you know who I do need? The flaming mulches. Ow, that's not flaming at all. Dang. Wait, Weiss? Wait, hang on. Weiss. Shiny Jellicent for Weiss! Yes! But scroll down and check that you definitely didn't get the Moltres as well. Hang on, wait. Double Yeet? Hang on, who else? Did someone else get a shiny? Or... Oh! Kieran got Jellicent! Oh! It's a Skybow! It's a Skybow! We got a Skybow! Yes! Oh, wait, did Kiba get one as well? Or, hang on, I'm so confused. Hang on, did Kiba get one? Or did someone else get, like... Weiss got Jellicent. Oh, wait, hang on. No. Hang on, I'm very confused. Why is it a triple? Oh, okay. I saw like a triple yeet. So like, what was the triple? No, I know, that's why I'm confused. Why was it like a triple yeet? Because we had 2 people get shinies. I'm confused about the double yeet. The double yeetedness of it all. But yeah, Skybow with Weiss and Kieran. Nice! Oh, I was thinking, unless it was for the Flawless Victory. But, okay. Crawdaunt, no. Stunfisk, no. Jellicent, no. Why am I even bothering? like, you guys got all the shinies. Like, we know this. We know this. This has been established. Okay, 10. Yep, no, you're absolutely right, Kiba. That was a Flawless Victory. You know, don't worry. I'm not going to talk about, like, spoilers. And again, I'm hardly through it anyway. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of through it. I don't know. It depends how far you can get in 8 hours. But, like, basically, yeah, the beginning was very slow. I wasn't sure how much I was enjoying it and stuff like that. Like, I was kind of like, there were things where I was kind of like, I think the combat might be a bit basic or whatever. And I still kind of think that now, but the combat has expanded a bit. And, oh, Shebotooth, hello! Work sad you going in almost every day. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But lovely to see you. Hello. Welcome back. Would you like the Moltres? Yes. Xander, can you remind me of your tickets? I know you have Buzzwole, but can you just remind me what your other ones were? And then I'll kind of, and then we'll kind of take it from there. Like we'll just do, like, so rather than me ask what everyone's tickets are, we'll just have, like, you host one. And then we'll have people, like, conform to you. But anyway, Bark. But yeah, so like, I know Buzzwole's one of them, but I just can't remember what else you put yesterday. It was not okay. Nihilego was the other one I was gonna say. Stack Attacker was the one where I had blanked. Okay, so can you guys let me know, out of those 3 things that Xander just listed, Buzzwole, Nihilego, Stack Attacker, let me know, strike, like, how many times you've done it, and like, how many times you played today, and then if you can do any of those 3 Pokemon. Buzzwole, Nihilego, and or Stack Attacker, and then we'll kind of decide who's going to play based on who's around and what they can do. But no, so the game... But yeah, so it does have a bit of a slow start, and there were things where I was like, I wasn't sure about the combat, but, like, the combat has gotten better, but I still think it might be, like, a little bit basic. Like, again, but we'll have to see, because maybe I'll, like, unlock more powers and abilities that might, like, expand it a bit more and stuff like that. So, but, like, but then the other thing as well, because at first, it kind of just felt like, you know, you kind of, like, you go to place A and you talk to this person, and you go to place B and you draw a circle, and then you go to place C and then you draw a circle, and you jump up to this thing and then you draw a circle. And that's kind of all it felt like at the beginning. But, like, then I did, like, the first, like, dungeon where there was, like, the boss at the end of it. And, like, that was really cool. And I was like, okay, if the game's gonna have more of this, like, if we're gonna have, like, dungeons where there's kind of, like, navigating and going around and doing a bit of puzzle solving and all this kind of stuff, I was like, okay, I can see the potential here. I can see where this could grow on me. So I did that first dungeon. I liked it, and it was really good. And I was like, here we go. But there are still some things where it's a bit like, I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes, kind of thing. So it hasn't pulled me in as much as Pikmin, but I do think. But the thing is, once I am done with it, I'm not going to start any other games. I'm going to focus just on it, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so, oh, hang on a sec. Oh, okay, hang on, sorry. I have a message I might need to check later. Or, like, right after this. Okay, so, guys, gals, non-binary pals. So, we've got Xander, we've got Cheese. So, Cheese is definitely going to play. Were there any other, like, Strike Zero? Oh, Shebotooth. Oh, Shebotooth can do anyone. Oh, well, then it's decided. Sorry, so, yeah, this is going to be Xander, Cheese, and Shebotooth. Now, the question is... who do we do out of Buzzwole, Nihilego, and Stack Attacker? In some ways, it's probably almost best to do the one that people are, like, the least interested in, so that people aren't, like, missing out. Like, if a load of people here have shiny Stack Attackers, then it's like, oh, well, I'm not missing out because, like, you know, I already have one. On Lara, you got the shiny Goldeen. Unfortunately, though, you were still too late. I'm sorry. But okay. But Xander Cheese... Oh, I put cheese twice. Xander Cheese and Shibertooth is going to be the lineup. Let me add Shibertooth. Where's Shibertooth? There we go. Xander Cheese and Shibertooth. And then, if that sounds good, 662. Nice. But yeah. So if that sounds like a good plan... I don't know if Xander wants to surprise us or if we just want to go for, like, Stack Attacker or Nihilego or something like that. We did Buzzwole yesterday, so maybe... but that's the thing. Maybe we could do Stack Attacker, because I feel like a couple of people have got Stack Attacker. So should we just do Stack Attacker? It's got a lot of weaknesses. It'll be easy to defeat. And then we can make, like, Harry McIntyre and get the puck out of here. Okay. So, yeah, let's go on the YCOM. Let's talk to the lady. Let's say yes, please. Let's say anything goes. And then we can kind of take it from there. Okay. So we'll wait for... So Xander's going to post a code, and then we'll take it from there. Okay? But yeah, sorry for that. I feel like that took a long time to arrange, but that's because I was talking about Okami. Oh, it's 0110 and then 000. Because I think I said one short there, but yeah. So, but yeah, so I'll let you know, Kramin, like, once I play more of it. Like, I think once I get further into it, I might have a better... But I don't want to say too much now. But there have been some things I have really liked about it, but then there have been some things that have kind of, like, annoyed me or that just haven't really, like, pulled me in. So, like, for example, a certain log on a river ride, which was very annoying. And it was like, I'm drawing the lines, game. I'm drawing the lines, but it didn't register them. But anyway, Bog. So, I don't do that quite loud enough. You didn't realize Goldine's shiny had such dark lips. Oh, I'm gonna have to look this up. Okay, so if we're doing Stack Attacker, it's double weak to fighting, double weak to ground, and it's also weak to water. Keep in mind, if we have Altaria, that is gonna, like, erase the weather. I'm gonna pick Toxtricity in case we come across any water types. Don't worry about mincing your words. No, it's just... I'll put it this way. I'll admit I have been a bit underwhelmed by it so far. But again, I've sort of only played 8 hours, and I have been, like, more focused on Pikmin, and it's been... You know, it's been a bit of an interesting week to play it, because it's been, like, back to work, where I've been doing this extra freelance work, so I haven't had as much time, and where... and we've had the fires and stuff like that. But here are the two main things. Here are, like, the 2 or 3 main things I'll say. Is that water on the left? Oh, is that just a Pukumuku? Dang it. And then, okay, but there is Mudsdale, which is okay. And do we want to go for, like, Mudsdale and Crawdaunt? If we go left, we can get the Mudsdale, and if we then go... I'm going to pick the Pukumuku. It's not very good, but it'll do. But yeah, no, so basically, so far, and again, maybe because I'm only, like, 8 hours in, maybe because I've only done that first dungeon, these are just some, like, early thoughts, okay? It does have a slow beginning. There are just a lot of things where it's, like, it's kind of basic. Like, sort of thing, again, at first it really did just feel like I kind of go to place A, I draw a circle, I talk to person B, I go to place B, talk to a person, draw a circle. Like, that's kind of what it felt like at first. But then I did do the dungeon, which is why I'm like, okay, this is fine. The combat did feel kind of basic as well, but then I got the rosary beads, and those were kind of interesting, although now I'm back to, like, a more powerful shield weapon. But, like, but it's still, but the combat's still a bit more interesting. But, like, again, I have only fought about, like, 6 different types of enemy or something like that. Like, there's really, like, a lack of enemy variety, which is kind of strange. And again, I'm sure that will expand as the game goes on, but I wonder how repetitive the enemies are going to be throughout the game. Clap, 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 clap. Ooh, I like it. Okay, Max Wormwind, nice. So yeah, number one, there's just a number of things that are like kind of a bit basic. And then number two, I'd say the main thing. And then the other main thing, number two, is just hang on a sec. One, I'm kind of losing my train of thought, and two, I do just want to pay attention here because Pyukumuku is kind of a bit of an iffy Pokemon. But then the other thing I'll say as well, this is like a big this is kind of like a big thing. The game really isn't very good at letting you know like what you have to do next, at least not right now. It's weird because there are a couple of points where like an arrow will be on screen, but like the map isn't very good, and it's not very good. Like there will be some times where like a character will say things like when I finished I'll give you like an example where it's like where I'll kind of be like fair to myself. I'll be both fair to myself and critical of myself, okay? Where I will say like, oh, I might have been a bit of a ding dong there, but I still think the map's not very good, so it's like not very good at helping you with this. So I beat like the dungeon, and then what I think happened was I went back out to like the first area. But so the thing was, there's like the kid, and the kid says, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this place." So I kind of had remembered that. I had to like I had to like save my game for the night, turn off, couldn't play it for like a day, and I was like, "Oh, what do I need to do?" Okay, I think I maybe need to like find the kid at that place he said about, and so I kind of knew I was like looking for the kid in the place, but I didn't know where it was, and I had kind of accidentally gone back to like the sort of like first main open area, rather than like the second newer open area I was in. But I couldn't is there anyone who would like to swap for Pyukumuku? Pyukumuku's not very good for stack attacker. The only reason we would want to switch for it is if like Dunsparce was going to switch for it, and then you do like a max knuckle, but I wouldn't do that. I think we're better off without it. I don't know who we're going to want to switch here for stack attacker. Yeah, I actually don't know who we want to switch for stack attacker. Pyukumuku just, I don't know. I just don't think it's like very useful. But like, okay. But if we do Mudsdale and we do the Crawdaunt, I think that'll be pretty good. I just don't know who we want to switch here because basically Chansey is physical, or sort of weak to physical moves. So there's a good case for switching it. Altaria is weak to Rock Slide, so there's a case for switching that. And then Dunsparce just doesn't really have anything very good for stack attacker. So there's like a case for switching that as well. So that's kind of like my one thing. Oh, okay. I will Dynamax here just because Chansey's not going to be any good either or whatever, so may as well do it. I think maybe like Chansey... Here's my thinking, Abraham Lincoln, and let me know if this sounds good to you. I actually think Chansey and Altaria should switch. Probably Chansey first. But I think Chansey and Altaria should switch, because if we do have any weather stuff, Altaria could hinder that. And Altaria is weak to rock moves, whereas Dunsparce may have some bulk potentially or something like that. So, I think we should probably get rid of Chansey first for like this Mudsdale, and then we could get rid of Altaria for the Crawdaunt. The reason I say about keeping Dunsparce is if Dunsparce spams Shadow Ball, then if Dunsparce spams Shadow Ball, there's a good chance it could get a special defense drop down on stack attacker, and then that would help out with like Crawdaunt and myself. So that's like my theory there. But we'll have to see how this goes. Right, superpower. Ooh, that's not good. But it is going to get a defense down, so hey, I'll take it. Right, here we go. But yeah, unfortunately I can't use my max move, so this kind of sucks, but just keep doing your most powerful, super effective attacks and stuff like that, and hopefully we'll beat this thing. But I genuinely worry we might not beat this in like 3 turns. Okay. But yeah, Okami. So I beat the first dungeon. I knew I needed to find the kid and that he was going to non-spoilery blank, although I don't think saying it would be a spoiler anyway, but he was going to the blank kind of thing. And then I was like, okay, so I just need to find the blank and then I'll find the boy there. But I couldn't, I'd sort of wandered out of the region that I was supposed to be in. Ah, we got the cheese freeze! I mean, Dunsparce is more likely to get it. That's kind of why I said we should keep it. But yes, alright. But like, yeah. So it was just sort of this thing where I accidentally exited like the general area that I was supposed to be in, which then made it harder to actually find like where I was supposed to be. And it kind of meant that like so basically here's what happened, right? The power went out Tuesday night. I was like, well, I'm gonna sit down and play Okami. Like, you know, I'd sort of been playing some Pikmin, I'd kind of reached the end of a level. I was like, well, now's a perfect time to play some Okami. And then I was like, and I was running around for like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, I don't know where to go, and the game is terrible about telling you where you need to go. And then I was like, well, I'll just keep running around, and I'm sure I'll find it. And then I didn't find it, and and then and then I gave up and I played more Pikmin because I couldn't go on the internet to find out because the power had gone. So that's kind of an example of where, like, again, I was like a bit silly because I'd accidentally left the area where I was supposed to, but the game just wasn't very good. The game like doesn't even show you like the map of the area you're supposed to be in and stuff like that. Like, you can't really check it easily, so there's just a few interesting weird little things like that where it doesn't tell you things, or it doesn't convey things, or something doesn't work quite as well as you'd like it to. But again, I'm thinking some of this stuff is just because it's like still early game, so I think some of these things maybe, like, once I get more used to the game and more familiar with its ways, I think some of these things might not bother me, or some of these things might lure me in more, but but we'll have to see. I'm gonna keep going with it. I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna like stop playing it or something like that. But yeah, I may still end up playing more Pikmin for a while. But then once I'm done with Pikmin, we can then take it from there. Yes, I think Chansey should switch here, because Chansey isn't very good against Crawdaunt, or Chansey's at risk to Crawdaunt, whereas like, Altaria isn't. And then we can do Altaria for Mudsdale. And the reason I think we should keep Dunsparce is because Dunsparce has the high chance of getting all the status effects. So like it can have, I think like Shadow Ball might be the best thing because we can get special defense down. But that's like my game theory. But yes, if we get rid of Chansey, 07 Chansey, well done, you have served your time. And then we'll kind of take it from there. Okie dokie. So let's see. Crawdaunt. Yeah, I think Crawdaunt's the way to go here, I would say. So yeah, Dunsparce is here to serve. Exactly. So if you have I don't know what kind of items we're going to get here, what ones are going to be good, but okay, Expert Belt is Expert Belt is good for Crawdaunt, but then it's not good afterwards. So do I want to power up my battle with Crawdaunt, or do I want leftovers to help with the I'm going to go with the Expert Belt. I'm going to try and speed up the Crawdaunt fight. Okay. But yeah, so I think I'll keep kind of like flipping between the two games, but it wouldn't surprise me if I just kept leaning, but I still might kind of like lean towards Pikmin 4 just now that I'm kind of in the end game. And I like might be able to finish it in like the next few days. But then once I finish it, I'm not starting anything else. I'm going to devote all my spare game time to Okami. And I can take it from there. Because again, in fairness, part of why I've not played it, in addition to just like I have been busy, I'm doing this freelance work, and I had to like, you know, Monday I had to do like a big grocery shop, and today I had to go to the doctor, which I wasn't expecting, and stuff like that. So so then, Bo, you recommend Pikmin. I wouldn't recommend Pikmin for everyone. Let me just explain Pikmin very quickly. If you quite like games where you have to like kind of structure and organize things, if you like games where there's kind of like a how do I get over there? Okay, like I need to let me grab like this, and then let me organize this, let me do this. Okay, like here's the thing with like Pikmin, right? You get like your group of like Pikmin, and then like you can see like a wall that needs destroying, and that'll give you access to like a different corner of the map, right? So you can see a wall that needs destroying. Say if you have like, you know, 50 Pikmin or something like that, and you can be like, okay, I'm going to send 20 of my Pikmin off to destroy that wall, and then with my remaining 30, I'm going to go in the other direction, and I'm going to clear those enemies out of the way, and then what I'll do is I'll use some of my yellow Pikmin to reach those items that are high up there, and then I'll take my blue Pikmin and get those items in the water. Like, if that kind of, like... It's kind of a bit puzzly, yeah. It's sort of puzzly. There's, like, a minor element of combat with, like, the enemies, but it's still kind of a bit puzzle and strategy. I would call it, like, puzzle adventure kind of thing. Like, yeah, puzzle adventure or something like that. So, but if that kind of thing sounds good to you, I died. If that kind of thing sounds good to you, then either Pikmin 3 or 4. I don't know how good the third one is on the Switch, but it was great on the Wii U. And I would like to buy it again. So, oh, you've never played it or seen gameplay of it. Interesting. I hate that the AI always swaps for no reason. Why? I know. There's no, like, consistency to it. Like, you don't know. I wish that you could direct your AI whether to switch, even if it wasn't guaranteed. Even if, say if, like, you could say, like, recommend to the AI to switch, and then that boosts the odds of them switching. Like, if they have a low, like, say if they have something like a 25% chance of switching without your recommendation, and a 75% chance of switching with it. If they had something like that, I would really like that. But then again, I guess, how would that work if you had 3 humans and 1 computer? I don't know. But yeah, if we do Altaria, yeah, if Xander switches here, if Xander does the Altaria, I hate that sometimes they don't swap even when they're nearly dead. Exactly, that's what I mean. There's just not a consistent way to, like, predict it or recognize it, or, you know, and so you can't really, like, work with it. The only thing that is guaranteed is that if there's a human and a computer, the human always gets priority. So basically, if you ever see a swap that's like, you know, well, I better have this kind of thing, if I switch for this, at least it means the computer won't have it. That's the only way you can strategize with it, and that's why it, like, sucks. So yeah, but yeah, so Pikmin's, like, quite fun. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of puzzle adventure kind of thing. And yeah, oh, hang on, we missed a Dynamax, but that's probably not a bad thing, actually. So I'm gonna, oh, I can paralyze it. Oh, okay, this will work quite well then. Maybe I should have waited and let Mudsdale Dynamax or something, but I'm gonna go for it. So I've done that, picking awful stuff knowing that I can get rid of it. Exactly, like, there are some, like, I'll give you an example. A Pokemon like a Cherrim, say if you had a Pokemon like a Cherrim, you could be like, well, this may not be, like, the ideal Cherrim Dynamax adventure, but I know how to use a Cherrim. I know when to use Sunny Day, I know whether to use Solar Beam, or Weather Ball, or whatever, like, I know how to use this. But a wait, hang on, we didn't wait, how come, why did my attack not status it? I thought didn't I just do a stun shock? Or am I, okay. Why did I not paralyze? Maybe, okay. Maybe, like, my attack was, like, supposed to poison it, but because, like, it's a steel type, it didn't poison it. But, like, I should have paralyzed it, though, I feel like. I guess maybe you either do one or the other, and then that's why it didn't work. But hopefully I paralyze it this time. Consider this from Bo, you walking pile of bricks. Knock, knock, you're about to get shell-shocked. I like it, Kiva, I like it. It's a 50% chance to poison or para. But see, that's the thing. But 50. Oh, I thought it was like guaranteed. Oh, I thought it was guaranteed, but it's like a 50% paralysis, 50% poison. There we go. There's the paralysis. I'm going to have to look into that. I thought it was 50% of one, 50 of the other. But that basically, if it didn't do one, it was guaranteed to do the other. I thought it was how it was, but maybe like the coin flip was that it was poison, and that's why it didn't work. But we beat it, guys! Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars! Well done, everyone! Well done! Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Very nice job, everyone. So yeah, Nightbot is incorrect. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 10:30. Okay, before people start leaving. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll be back at 10:30 a.m. Okay, and I'll try and change Nightbot to do it. But yeah, so maybe it like picks one, and then if it picks one that like doesn't work, it just doesn't work. I thought that if you had a Pokemon that couldn't be poisoned, it always paralyzed, and if you had a Pokemon that can't be poisoned, it's or that can't be paralyzed, it's always poisoned. But anyway, okay. So Pyukumuku is not shiny. Dang. Mudsdale is not shiny, but I do have Mudsdale. Crawdaunt is also not shiny, but again, I have Crawdaunt as well, so it's fine. But will we get Stakataka? No, the golden stack attacker is a big old no. Dang, okay, that sucks. I need to make my list. I gotta make my list. Right, but sorry, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, and no sparkles there. I'm gonna get Pyukumuku, and then we'll call that it for now. Nah, that makes too much sense, Bo. I mean, look, in fairness, the sort of like, it's a 50% chance, and I don't know, the sort of thing. It's like 50% one, 50% the other, and if it picks the one that doesn't work, it just doesn't work. But I don't know. But anyway, Bog. So, oh dear, looks like you've run out of space. Would you? Nope, Xander's going to keep that ticket forever and ever and ever until I get it a shiny. So okay. Right, thank you guys all so much for joining me. I can't believe that's over already. Oh, hang on, I was just going to say, because hang on, don't go anywhere just yet, because I was going to say about, like, the future of these streams and stuff like that. So, I'm doing this freelance work now. I obviously need to see how it goes with, like, that and gigs. If I'm able to get some gigs and I do this freelance work, then it means financially I'll be okay, and it means I can keep doing the streams. Obviously, if the strike ends, I may not be able to do the streams because I might have more auditions and stuff like that, and so the streams might get, like, in the way of that. But my plan for right now is, whilst the strike is still going, we'll keep going. I'll keep doing 2 p.m. on the weekdays, and then 10:30 on Saturdays, and 12:30 on Sundays, okay? Now, again, some days maybe that might flip around because of community days or whatever, but, like, it's fine. But, like, that's going to be, like, the general plan for now. Hopefully I'm able to keep going. And then, once we get to the end of March, that's when the clocks go forward. And when the clocks go forward, I'll try and... hopefully, I'll be able to move back the weekday streams to... I might be able to move them back to, like, 4 p.m. by then. But we'll need to see. I might need to, like, incrementally do it. Like, I might need to move them to 3 p.m. and then a few weeks after that move them back to 4 p.m. Because I know you guys liked 4 p.m. more, and I kind of liked 4 p.m. more. But I just need to see how it goes, okay? So, but that's kind of, like, the plan for now. But that's the thing, we're kind of, in some ways, because it's now, like, you know, kind of, we're approaching the middle of January, we're kind of not that far away from, like, the end of March. You know, we're only probably, like, sort of 9 or 10 weeks away from maybe changing the weekday time. So if I can keep going, then maybe, because again, I know 2 p.m. hasn't been ideal for a lot of you guys, like 4 p.m. is better. And so maybe we'll be able to get back to that soon. But we'll have to see, okay? But that's the plan for now, so I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. if you're around that specific time. As you can see, look, it's 3:42 p.m., okay? So what, like, add 9 hours and then add another 10 to that, so 19 hours. I'll see you in 19 hours. No, wait, no, hang on. No, hang on, I did that wrong, didn't I? Hang on, no, add Sorry, is it 10? No, it's add 11 hours and then add 10 to that. So 21 hours from now. Whatever the number is, okay? Whatever the number is. I think it's like, yeah, 19 hours. 19, no, 19? Is that right? I think it's 19. Whatever. I'll see you at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. 10:30 a.m. Pacific. Keep it in your head. Whatever. No, it is 19. It's 19. I know what I did wrong there. It's 19. Okay. Love you guys lots. Take care. See you later. Like the video if you haven't. Please like the video. We beat lots of bosses, and I didn't say that enough. Take care. See you around. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. It's been lovely to be back. Can't believe the first week is almost over already. But I'll see you guys this weekend. Bye-bye.